Hello and welcome to this great episode of Eye on Port, the program designed to bring Ghana's ports and maritime industry closer to you. It is proudly brought to you by Ghana Revenue Authority, Goyle PLC Serene Insurance, Ghana Link, Meridian Port Services, and Phoenix Insurance. Eye on Port is powered by Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, and our media partner is the Business and Financial Times. Viewers, you know that the Food and Drugs Authority is one of the crucial institutions responsible for protecting public health and safety. This week, we sat with officials from this organization to tell us how they are doing so with respect to imported consumables that come through our ports and borders. Take a listen.
I want to find out from you, what measures has the Food and Drugs Authority put in place to ensure safety of imported food and drugs at Ghana's ports?
FDA is the national regulator when it comes to food, drugs, cosmetics, medical devices, household chemical substances, and biological products. So the act that regulates FDA's activities ensures that before any of these products are brought into this country, they should have been registered. And registration is to ensure that those products meet the standards of quality, safety, and for drugs, they should be efficacious. So it is assumed that before any of these products come into the country, they have gone through this process. So when we ask that, what measures has FDA put in place to ensure the safety of imported and food and drugs, but we want to say that FDA ensures that before the product gets into the system, and whilst they arrive at the port, the immediate checks are done physically and then through the lab. And then should they get onto the market, we have our through scan, we have our many labs nationwide to ensure that the quality, safety, and the other parameters are safely guarded and protected to safeguard the health and safety of the public.
All right. Very well. You touched on the policy that you implemented the last time. That's the no registration, no importation policy. I would want to find out from you, how far have you gone with this policy?
So currently, if a product arrives at the port, what we expect is that that product has been registered. And two, the importer has a valid import license to bring the products in. If the products arrive and none of these can be attested to, that is where we invoke this principle of no importation, no registration, no importation. The goods are immediately detained, and then other regulatory activities kick in.
So, Mr. Percy, let me come to you. How are you ensuring that this policy that you once introduced succeeds?
Yes, so like Mr. Benny said, this policy is not just introduction, it's reinforcing the Public Health Act, like he said. We said that if not registered a product, if you cannot import, manufacture, distribute, retail a food or other FDA regulated product if they are not registered. So fundamentally, the no registration, no policy is re-emphasizing that one. So if such products come and it's not registered, like I said, we detain them and take them through the appropriate regulatory measures in terms of testing, in terms of evaluation, in terms of all the safety and quality parameters, if they meet FDA requirements before a decision will be taken and the consignments will be released to the importer. And of course, other regulatory sanctions always apply.
So talking of the sanctions, and I know when you rolled out this particular policy, you said if they import the product and then they don't register, you, instead of going through the process, you would have some penalties that they would need to pay. Is it the case?
Yes, the penalties are enshrined in the fees and charges legislation. So it depends on the category of the product, the requisite fees applied. And also, these are the areas that will also bring some sort of delays to the what do you call it, the importer, because unlike if the product is registered, like I was saying, it goes through straight clearance processes. This one, they are detained for you to complete all these processes before the consignment are released to, if it's proven to meet FDA regulatory standards.
Okay, let me
But for the records, if you look at last year data, I must say that the figures have dropped down in terms of now consignment that we are clearing. The registration numbers have improved. That of the preceding, which is those that are coming that have no registration, that are really going down. Looking at the two data for over the year.
In terms of compliance, you say we have high compliance.
We are improving.
That.
We are improving.
I want to find out from you. I mean, in terms of public education, what initiatives has the FDA undertaken to raise awareness about the risk of contaminated consumables?
One of the things FDA does very well is public education, and ensuring that our partners, our colleagues, our stakeholders are all on the same page with us. So we have a lot of activities in terms of public education. We have a lot of press releases. If you have been following us, you realize that we release a lot of give out a lot of press releases whenever issues that concern products or processes that FDA is involved are concerned. So we have a lot of press releases to inform the public. We also have a lot of market debates. We really go down to the markets to interact with market women and people in the market, those who come to the market to trade and to buy and to sell. We have a lot of interaction with them. So we engage in a lot of public education. Our teams also go to schools. We go to churches, we interact with Muslims in the mosque. We have community engagements. And so in terms of empowering the public to have knowledge and information about the products we regulate, we do a lot of public. We have also a heavy presence on social media, a lot of presence on social media. And almost every day we are there giving information to our clients, our stakeholders. We have stakeholder engagements. We also engage in a lot of radio and TV programs. And then nationwide in all our offices, we have client service points, so that clients who physically come to us, we engage them. Those who call on phone, we also engage them. So in terms of getting our public or our clients be aware of what we do, we have a lot of engagement. And then when they come to schools and churches, even on Sundays, weekdays, we are all over the place, and we are engaging our clients to ensure that when it comes to regulating the products that we deal in, our clients are well informed to partner us to ensure that the public health and safety can always be guaranteed and assured. So, and like the opportunity we have today, we are engaging the public as well to ensure that whatever FDA does in terms of ensuring that products that we put out there are safe, of the right quality, and efficacious in terms of drugs, they are abreast with us, and then they can always get to us. Our lines we have short codes, we have free lines, and our website is also very active. We have a lot of information on our website, and we know clients go there a lot to also get information. So we interact a lot with our clients to make sure that whatever we do, whatever information we want them to get, they are able to get, and they are always abreast with issues that concern the products that we regulate.
Yes, I mean, talking about the education, the public education that you embark on, I know in these interactions there should be a two-way, communication. So, what sort of feedback do you get from your clients? I mean, those that you educate and all that. I mean, what feedback do you get from that? Because it shouldn't be only FDA taking out the message to them, but also receiving feedback. So, in terms of feedback, what do they tell you?
Okay, so we have we also organize a service, client service, that we take feedbacks directly from our clients. When we come to our clients' services, we have forms there that clients can fill and talk to us about their experience. Our email, we have also interact with them by email. They also send us messages through emails. Our social media platforms are also there. WhatsApp, they also send us feedbacks as to what interactions they have. When the client works with us at the client service and they are leaving, we interact with them. How was your experience with us today? We get feedback from them. Some would want to write, so they send through emails. through our social media platform. So we get a lot of feedback from them as well. Like I said, periodically, we also organize the client surveys to pick out how our clients feel towards us and our processes. So we get feedbacks from our clients periodically.
So you just heard from the FDA officials on steps they continue to take to ensure that what we eat and consume in this country are wholesome. Now let us pick a few of your comments and their responses, and then we go on a short break. Remember, we'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Kwame from Accra. The FDA man in the studio mentioned about 90% of imported products are registered. Did he mean a particular category or all products? Hello. The head of the Center for Import and Export Control at the Food and Drugs Authority said this.
Like I said, I give general improvement in the level of compliance of products that are coming, have been registered. Okay. I place specific one on frozen meat and fish products. For them, the figure their leaders share with me indicate that currently, at minimum, they are at about 90%. All consignment they are product registered, and the rest we are continuing to assist them registering.
Okay.
Ohima, what will you take your number first? By you. You have to say take your number, give me.
Guys, no, I'm tired. I'll go on a date with whoever gets here first.
Princess, really? Okay, I come.
Shut up!
Mame, feel me can't remember what it. Boss, fill my tank with Super XP Ron 95.
Fill up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle.
Sorry, Tony got here first, so I'm stepping with him.
Oh, cut him. Hey, go for mommy.
Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Always go for Goyle Super XP Ron 95. Goyle, good energy.
Goyle is good energy. Electricity. Then pay your taxes. Yeah. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water, or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Impressive factory. If only I had listened to you, I wouldn't have been in this mess. That devastating fire virtually wiped out the whole factory and my warehouse.
Remember my misfortunes last year? Serene Insurance Asset All Risk Fire policy that I took were there to pay for my damaged stocks in the warehouse, and my machines that were affected by the floods have been replaced. My accident vehicle is back on the road thanks to Serene Insurance motor policy. Currently, my goods are on the IC covered with their marine cargo insurance policy. I was just telling Ajima about Serene Insurance.
Oh, Ajima,
tell him more.
As a road contractor, I make sure I do my contractors all risk insurance for the projects and then workers' compensation for all the workers on site. With Serene Insurance, they will make sure they will cover your unknown tomorrow today.
Serene Insurance, a new face of insurance. Call us now.
MPS Terminal 3 is Africa's new state-of-the-art container terminal at Tema Port. For manufacturers, agro-processors and traders, the new port means business can be done faster. This infrastructure boost will improve Ghana's port handling capacity, connect more trading routes, and oil the engine of growth for the economy, creating greater opportunities across all sectors as Africa's markets merge and become the largest trading bloc globally. MPS, we connect, you thrive.
Business and life can be like the sea sometimes. Sometimes serene, sometimes calm, sometimes turbulent, and at times it brings the unexpected. However it is like, trust Phoenix Insurance for your home, car, business, and marine insurance needs. Call 0302 246 319 or 0243 690 492.
At Phoenix, you experience a delightful service delivered with wisdom.
Welcome back, viewers. Earlier in the week, we celebrated Mother's Day, and the president of the Port Ladies Association had this message for female staff of the authority. This and more local news up next.
At Mother's Day, you know, as women, especially as working women, whether you've had children naturally or not, or you are playing a mother role for anybody, it's a celebration of your womanliness. And sometimes it's important to celebrate yourself first rather than to wait for somebody to celebrate you. So I want to encourage them that no matter what the situation is, to celebrate yourself and your achievements, because you have to look at life and see yourself as better than a lot of people. The world is your stage, you have room to grow. So don't be discouraged. If there's nobody to celebrate you, celebrate yourself. I wish them a happy Mother's Day. Do what you enjoy or what makes you happy on that day, to celebrate yourself as not only as a mother, but as a woman who's privileged to be a working woman. Especially now that we have a lot of young ladies amongst us joining us in the past few years, I want to encourage them that they are in the right organization. They are privileged to be working with Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. There are many opportunities open to them. It's up to them to avail themselves, apply themselves to the work that they have been assigned, and ensure that they are growing the organization, because in focusing on the growth of the organization, you are growing yourself as an individual.
The 4-year SWAIMS project, which is a training in maritime affairs and security along the Gulf of Guinea at the Regional Maritime University, has ended. The EU-funded program with the Regional Maritime University, which was set to begin in September 2019, but delayed due to COVID, took off in 2020, finally meeting its target of training 72 participants. The 4th SWAIMS training, which lasted for 6 weeks, commenced on April 2nd, 2024, featuring 18 participants from the ECOWAS sub-region. The project had 9 modules that guided participants through both theoretical and practical lessons, from introduction to maritime security environment to maritime crisis management. The coordinator of the SWAIMS project, Engineer Augustus Adilamte, expressed optimism that the project will influence practices in the maritime domain to enrich and make the space safer and secure for efficient work.
I'm hopeful that with the learning, the teaching and learning they've experienced, and the collaboration and interlinkages that have been established, when they go back, they will now try as much as possible to influence, so that the actions that have initially been taken and seem to be not achieving will be achieved at the end of the day.
He commended the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Fisheries Committee for the West Central Gulf of Guinea, the Navy and other organizations in the maritime industry for their immense support to the project.
I think the Ghana Ports and Harbour Authority, the FCWC, the Navy and other bodies in the maritime sector have been very helpful, because we don't only do classroom work, we also visited all these institutions. And as we visited these institutions, the participants got to know firsthand what is actually on the ground.
Speaking at the program, the Circuit Court judge, who was a participant from the Judicial Service, Her Anna Agnes Opoku-Banier, stated that the project has equipped them with the requisite knowledge to foster maritime collaboration, cooperation, and coordination in dealing with maritime crimes and happenings at both national and international levels.
Your insightful presentations, educational tours, role plays, simulation and group exercises have equipped us with the requisite knowledge and skills to promote maritime cooperation, collaboration, and coordination in dealing with incidents at sea at both the national and transnational levels. the linkages between national maritime security and wider regional maritime security.
A principal state attorney with the Attorney General Department, Veronica Yaira Adigbo, expressed her satisfaction with the project.
It's been an interesting experience studying maritime safety. There were different aspects of the course. We learned about the Yahudi architecture, the blue economy, and then the Zone F.
An Ivorian representative from the West African Regional Maritime Security Center, Captain Sumana Adamu, said the project has helped them in identifying threats in the maritime industry and possible solutions to resolve them.
The management of Tema Fishing Harbour has held its second quarter stakeholder meeting at the National Fisheries Association of Ghana, NAFAG Hall, to discuss ways to improve operations at the harbour. The quarterly stakeholder meeting provides a platform that brings together all stakeholders of the fishing industry under one roof to deliberate on issues of concern. The senior medical officer at the Port of Tema, Dr. Rolanda Kpala, who represented the General Manager for Health Services at GPHA, Dr. Vitus Victor Anab BC, revealed that the Tema Fishing Harbour Clinic has been completed and handed over.
The structure for the clinic has been completed and handed over to the user department, that is the Health Service Department.
The Port Civil Engineer, Engineer Stephen Ampiao, who is also the incoming General Manager for Tema Fishing Harbour, disclosed that the sanitary condition at the Kanun Basin has been improved to create a congenial working environment for stakeholders. He said the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has addressed their concerns on excessive water bills and rate increases.
On the issue of the high rates, like Chairman said, it is being handled at the corporate level. That's at the DG's level. It's engaging the PURC and the Ghana Water Company Limited. And as soon as there's any new development, we'll make that available.
The outgoing General Manager for Tema Fishing Harbour, Engineer Kwabna Asamoah, thanked the stakeholders for their support in the past years and outlined some improvements to the working conditions at the fishing harbour during his tenure.
We were able to successfully improve the hygienic conditions in and around the fishing harbour through especially the decongestion exercise we jointly carried out with the involvement of everybody as well as all the stakeholders, and chief fishermen playing the lead role for us.
The European market women appealed for the installation of a market gate and water tank to aid their business.
Let us now take our lenses to the international scene and pick a few stories from our global maritime industry. The new analysis commissioned by the Global Maritime Forum and conducted by Engineering and Sustainable Development Consultancy, EROP, projects that the maritime sector's transition to e-fuels could support up to 4 million new green jobs by 2050, double the number of seafarers serving globally today. The shipping industry is currently responsible for 3% of global carbon dioxide emissions, equivalent to the annual emissions of Japan. As the backbone of the global economy, responsible for 80% of global trade, the industry has faced enormous pressure to rapidly decarbonize. In 2023, the International Maritime Organization's member states agreed to an end date to fossil fuel consumption by or around 2050. AP Moller Maersk's first large vessel that can run on green methanol, and Maersk, has arrived in Dubai, UAE, for the first time and was welcomed by DP World at Jebel Ali. And Maersk arrived in the UAE on its rotation, beginning in Hamburg in Germany and covering several ports in Europe, the Mediterranean, and the Gulf countries. The ship will further sail to ports in China and Asia after completing cargo operations in Dubai. And Maersk is the first of Maersk's 18 large methanol-enabled vessels that will be delivered between 2024 and 2025. The ship was named Ann Maersk after Ann Maersk Makini Ogler, the chair of the AP Moller Foundation and AP Moller Holding. Now to the Word of the Day segment, where we introduce words, phrases, jargons, terminologies and abbreviations that we often use in this industry so you can get familiar with them. We will tell you what we mean by abandon in this industry.
Word of the day: abandon. Abandon refers to an action wherein a shipper or consignee seeks authority to abandon all or parts of their cargo.
Let us take a look at the schedule of vessels that have berth in the ports of Tema and Takoradi and at the anchorages of both ports, as well as those expected in the coming weeks, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rates, which you may need to know to clear your cargo with. This is where we conclude today's edition of Eye on Port. We hope you've been informed and educated. Remember, all Eye on Port content can be found on our YouTube, Eye on Port. Please subscribe, like and share our videos. Thank you for watching.